Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? And it's Saturday, which means we can celebrate with a quirky asset. But it might be the last week we do this. There might be a minor change as of next week, one that I think you'll all appreciate. Speaking of appreciation, today's map is, well, there's only one way to say this, beautifully ugly. I think you're going to like the map, but you will agree that it's ugly, but in a really nice way. Today's map is Berinskaya, Eastern Russia by Gabriel85. It's very much vanilla, there's nothing wrong with it, it's just, well, kind of got a real dirty feeling to it, in the way that Soviet Eastern Russia probably had. Not that I ever was there. There's your start square, your resources, a fine little bit of draining in the top right hand corner there to get to those resources. We'll see them in a bit more detail later. What do we need? Well, mass transit and Captain Soap's realistic map theme. I've chosen the European version. Other than that, you don't need anything. The description is very well written, and I take a bow to you, Gabriel, for that. Worth a read, that, if only just for your own, your little entertainment, I guess. Personal entertainment, if you like a little bit of a read. Now, technically, logistically, the highways. 2-lane highways, you're not going to get an awful great weight of traffic. I know why it's been done this way. I fully understand it. I think as a technical matter, for the map to be enjoyed, I think they do need to be multi-laned. This is a map that can handle a lot of well, a city of huge stature. How about that? Right, we're looking at the road and the rail down here. We will split up in a minute and look at them separately. Now, there's only one thing about this map that I really hate. You'll understand it when we get there. Other than that, it's all minor little grumbles. Minor little grumbles that some of you might go, no, actually, I'm okay with that. Like the weight of traffic on here. Easy to upgrade these roads to the highways if you really want to do that. We're coming up to the start square intersection. I'm sorry about this, guys, but it's a T-junction. Don't be put off. Don't be put off, because it's easy to upgrade, of course. And I think overall this map is worth the effort. Next minor grumble down here, we've got these sound barriers. I'm not sure why. I think it was an oversight, I think it's an error, and it's easily fixed. It's a one-click correction, of course. Now we're going away from the start square now, just for a little bit of a browse down these side roads. These bridges are fine. I think maybe a little bit lower or slightly shallower up ramp on each side there. But other than that, I'm happy with them. We come up, we've got a nice little perfect bridge here on the bend. That I'm happy with that one also. We've got a little village type thing going on the right here with a little ruin on the end. Very understated, I like that also. Could easily put a big castle there, and just small is fine. This little double bridge I don't like so much, but I have seen this kind of thing in real life and I accept it. I don't like it, but I accept it. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, that goes off to a dead end there. That goes off to a dead end there. You probably saw the cemetery at the end of there as well. We're ignoring that. And now we're going down to the start square. Be prepared, guys. This is awe-inspiring. You ready? I might even give you a couple of moments just to absorb all of this beauty. Here we go. It's there. Right. There might be some build plane in that area somewhere. Maybe. Of course, you're going to have an awful lot of traffic coming down these roads trying to get to that. So traffic is going to be a problem for fixing. But I think if you start small and build up slowly, if you're playing vanilla rules, I think you'd be able to afford to do that if you take your time. Definitely playable for that reason only. Right, we head down here. You can see the bridge in the distance. Yeah, we're not going to like that bridge, guys. We're not going to like it. Down here, we've got a little intersection that goes off to the fog and roundabout down the slope. Now, this slope, once again, I've seen it, but if you look at, there's a tanker coming on here. I wouldn't want that tanker behind my rear bumper coming down that slope. That would be a bit scary. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen slightly shallower down ramps into that little hollow for that roundabout. Now, anyway, this bridge, it's hideous. It's hideous in more than one reason as well. There's river traffic goes under that. We'll see that in a minute. But look at the road bridge down here. Look at this. Ick. Just ick. They had to build the bridge around the tree by the looks of it. And the rail is just, no, that's not realistic at all. In a realistic map, to have a rail bridge like that is just not acceptable, I'm afraid. Demolish it, rebuild it, and pretend it never happened, guys. Now we'll have a look at the rail. Promise we go off separately on a little tangent. We've seen most of the roads now. The rail's all pretty good. Down here we've got some docks. And I think I like the detailing on these docks as well. Very understated. Once again, a couple of piers. This gun placement does actually look like an industrial unit by the way that it's been placed there. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Suspension of disbelief, of course. I think that kind of works. And then down here we've got a little industrial factory area with a nice little turn back on the rail with a little siding there by the side of the factory. And we've got some ruins as well. There's a siding. Where are we going? Oh, we'll have a look at the ruins after the break. We're doing the rail at the moment. What we're talking about, hey? Right, let's turn off the fog so you can see this. There's a couple of things I just want to show you in the fog. Nothing critical. Nothing critical. Right, so we've got you got your rail. You've got one here. And then obviously you've got the highway connection coming off of there as well. You've got another rail connection over here. And then the two other rail connections are right down the other end where we started, but both off of the same line. You'll see it. Here it is. Right, so prepare yourself for the asset review, guys. Here we go. And today's asset review is an oldie. It is a Throwback Thursday asset review. This is the Modders Walk of Fame by Benny Media. This takes a bow to a lot of the early modders within Cities Skylines that kind of laid the foundations, literal foundations for the game. And we'll just go fly over. A few of these names you'll recognise, like a Gussing Navy and Zakiri S and whatever. But there are so many names here that I don't recognise, and it breaks my heart. I really want to go and have a look through the workshop and see if their stuff is still out there, and see if it's any good, of course, because they might have been pioneers, but the early days things were a little bit different, and texture detailing wasn't quite as sharp as it is now. We're really going into Flippity Flu there. We all know Flippity Flu. We've done a few of his maps. Yeah, it's quite nice. I mean, you think this is a plaza, and it's huge. Each one of these stars, I mean, the Walk of Fame, the stars are small. These stars are massive. They kind of have to be for you to be able to read the names on them. And I love the little golden chirpy. Even though I hate chirpy, I absolutely love the golden chirpies on these. It's a really nice asset. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to add it into your city, but maybe somebody could update this. All Populous there, I recognise him. Tim the Terrible, he commented the other day as well. Fantastic. Anyway, Modders Walk of Fame by Benny Media. This is the second one by the looks of it. And off to Themington Island for one last look at Vatcherton Frost. Winter Theme by Hadith, with luck for snowfall. Oh, it's been a great week with this winter theme. I've really enjoyed the look of this particular theme. Now, let's have some more weather. The British Beaufort scale for measuring wind speed extends to 12. But in America, who suffer from more extreme weather, it goes up to 17. And, oh, here's one. You heard about pigs might fly. Well, in Iowa in 1962, a cow flew for nearly a kilometre, that's just half a mile, after being sucked up into a tornado. Now, that must have been a moving experience for him. No, BonBonB. No, enough of this. Back to the map. a moving experience. Oh, somebody shoot me now, won't you? Shipping routes. Right, one runs right the way down the middle of the map. Possibly an ideal map for the AV Advanced Vehicles Options mod for having some river boats instead. But as this is vanilla and it doesn't give any mention of it, we're just going with the big ships. And the big ships, will they go through this bridge? Well, there's one way to find out. You know we're going to check it. And you can see the bridge has been raised up to allow for this as well. Look, there it is, raised up high to allow for the ships to go comfortably crashing through the bridge like that. Oh, it's not only ugly, it's a fail as well. It's a shame. Tell you what isn't a shame though, water flow. This map is absolutely blinking wonderful for water flow. You look at all these little side rivers and whatever, and you think, nah, there's going to be still water here, there's going to be still water there. There's not. This, look at all this, look at all these little rivers, these veins here. Yep, still water, isn't there? Yeah? No. No, you will not find a single item, a single litre of static water on this map. Well, not within the river system anyway. Look, still flowing. Everywhere you look, every little nook and cranny, it's all moving. There we go. Every time I come down, unable to find anywhere that is just static. That is bloody good work, Gabriel. Bloody good work. Let's come down and have a look at the river system a little bit closer up in, well, first person view. And it's pretty good. I mean, we are looking at a vanilla map. So we've got these horrible vanilla trees. And I would probably want to prop it up with something else. Use the mod, prop it up, switch them over, find something a little bit more appealing, I suppose, would be the phrase. A little bit of dead end of water there, but the water is... Oh, is it dead end? It's flowing through. Ah, now this map, obviously the water hasn't settled fully. We'll just see whether that water fills in. This is a new map, so does the water fill in? It's filling in, yeah. It's not globby. It's not glubbing about. I'm very happy with that. See? Even that area there where there was no water, actually there was water. It just needed a couple of minutes to fill up completely. It's just a really nice map. Now, also, water. We've got all this irrigation area. We've got this little pool of water here. And then we've got all these ditches. Bet you didn't know there was going to be water in these ditches, did you? This is brilliant. I mean, look, everywhere. There is no dry area in all these irrigation ditches. There you go. See it there as well? That is brilliant. Let's come right up to the top. The far corner. The far corner. Furthest from the source, and it's all got water in it. That's brilliant. Excellent work. So yes, we've got this pool over here, which is very shallow. Could dry out if you try and draw water from it. I promise you we'd have a look at this industrial area here. And we've got these ruins, very scant, and I like the way it's just hinting at a former building. We've got these uprights, okay, prehistoric uprights, but being used as proper foundations from the original building. I like that. Also, very nice, very simply done, very nicely done, is this quarry. Tee it up, lay it up, and we've got a little lake in the middle as well, which is just very nice indeed. I'm very impressed. I don't know if you can tell, but you see what I mean? It is actually an ugly map. I mean, yes, because of the vanilla options and the theme that we're using is kind of like a bit of a dirty theme. All the trees, look at this. Okay, right. See how there's a weight of trees down in the valley, and as you come up, away further up, until you get into the hills where there's hardly any trees at all. That is so realistic. Even down here, we've got the valley down here, and trees down there as well. Now, there is one little aspect down here. We've got a river down here running down this valley. I think this is the Forgotten River. I don't mean forgotten in as a technical term. I think he had literally forgotten there's a river here. Because you've got that water source there. It's not my favourite sort of water source, but I can deal with it. It's out in the fog. We come down here. There's less work on this river. And there are trees sat in the middle, like this one here. And I think it's one of these things that he spent so much time working on the rest of the map that he forgot that he had a river going down here and forgot to come and tidy it up and just put a little bit of definition into it and maybe just like sway it about a bit and move it about a bit. It's a bit of a shame. I hardly noticed it myself, and then you've got this nice river mouth at the bottom there as it merges with the main river. It just seems to be a bit of an oversight, that particular river, the Forgotten River. Okay, Berinskaya, Eastern Russia by Gabriel. Aesthetically, it is an ugly map, which should get 1 star. Yep, no. It's beautifully ugly. I can't give it a 5. There are a few minor problems with it. Definitely a very strong 4. Detailing across the whole, I want to give it a 5, but there are too many issues, especially that Bleeding Bridge and the Forgotten River. I'm going to give it a 4. It's too good for a 3. Gameplay potential, I would give this a 5 if the highways were stronger. We're talking about minor problem with the roads there and needs fixing. Other than that, very good. I think we can give that 4 stars as well. Berinskaya, Eastern Russia by Gabriel85, a beautifully ugly map, but I really like it so much, I'm going to give it the BonBonB seal of approval. Ah, well done, Gabriel. That was actually a surprise for me. I wasn't expecting anywhere near that good. Anyway, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Here's a list of last month's Patreon guys. This month's ones will be appearing on Monday, and I've got so many now, it's going to be split over 2 cards. I know, it's great, isn't it? Anyway, join me again on Monday for more What's Map, and hopefully tomorrow there'll be a tutorial. Just for you beginners, or for you newbies. Anyway, thanks for watching, I'll see you then. Have a great day.